I can't. I just can't. I just come on, y'all. Come on. I see at least 3 things wrong with this picture. If not 4. I better quit before I get mad. Let's roll.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning! Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up! I gotta thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
What the Give me this button. I know it's July 1st. It's a new month. I put a lot of procedures in place finally after some 30 years. I'm finally getting the idea of a standard operating procedure because my wife said, write it down. And if it's not written down, it doesn't exist. Find the lie with that. And then someone sends me this, which caused me to utter the question, what the is this?
I wish I knew, but this is some grade A bull.
Say it again. Say it again.
This is some grade A bull.
And that's how we start the month of July.
Good
morning. Welcome to the July 1st Manic Monday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. And I will tell you, the great friend who sent me that as a thought piece for today. You'll see him at the bottom of the hour.
I got nothing to say on top of that. I mean,
you and me both. But I will throw a lot of flowers toward the way of Angel Reese for breaking a record with her 10th consecutive double-double, which breaks the record of the great Candace Parker. So talk about having an impact in your first season. Angel Reese.
And how about Caitlin Clark being one board away from the first ever rookie triple-double? These rookies this year have shown
they are at the hip. They are tied at the hip forever.
Yep. And to think that Caitlin did that against Diana Taurasi, of all people.
Her idol.
Exactly.
Her idol. These rookies are showing off and showing out, and I'm here for it.
Oh, yeah. This season for the WNBA. This season for the WNBA is going to be lit. And the fact is, I have a feeling that even the postseason is going to be even bigger.
I hope that Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark get to seeds 5 and 6, respectively. I don't want them at 7 or 8.
No.
I don't want them at 7 or 8 now.
I want to see them in a series.
I want to see them in a conference final series for the next 5 years. Don't matter who wins. Don't matter who wins,
No.
right? Doesn't matter who wins.
No, it's going to be that big. Plain
It's
and simple.
that crazy. I love it. And thank you, Playmaker, for knocking a little sense into my head. I really appreciate it because I'm back to being me. I'm back to being, the sports the sports analyst that I am. Droid, good morning, my friend.
Good morning. It is storming like hell over here.
Your voice sounds the way mine sounds after a 3-hour baseball game.
Oh, sorry. Hello, everybody. There we go.
Did you just get up?
No, it's obvious I didn't get up because I've been texting you new signings all morning.
Yeah, true. Jedi Kid is with us. Hello to you. Also, Mr. Shug is in the clouds with morning meetings, but he's here with us. I beg your pardon. Noir Truth. Yeah, we will get to that at the top of the hour.
Before we get to that, I do have an update about something that we were discussing over the last week.
Talk to me.
With the whole gamers outreach thing we were doing for our great friend, Miss Genevieve Yoso.
Mm-hmm.
We do have a final total that her community was able to raise for gamers outreach.
And it is
$832. And major love goes out to the community behind Jen, which I'm glad to be a part of. Y'all are some mad lads for coming up with that. Next year, I want to see a grand come out of things, and I will again do my part to be a part of that. Some way, shape, or form. I'm poking my head in that. I'm poking my head in that damage.
Same here.
360 of those dollars coming from our friend Our Last Resort.
Yeah, Resort was an absolute chad over the weekend. Dropping nearly 400 of that alone. That is insanity. So next year, next year we're going to go bigger and better, and I'm going to be doing my damage for that one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already starting to think of ideas for charity streams for down the road. And Droid, I know you and I got something lined up for later on. Maybe we can throw a couple of curveballs in that one for everybody as well.
Speaking of curveballs, I have one of my own.
Try me.
Droid doesn't know this, but you do.
Okay.
I'm back in the play-by-play chair today.
Yeah.
Let's go, Snowman.
Wait, no, I know this. You texted the group chat.
Well, I was hemming and hawing about it. Today, nah, no hemming and no hawing. I'm in. 3:07 this afternoon, the Houston Astros and the Toronto Blue Jays. And not many people want to realize this, but the Houston Astros are right there in the American League West race.
They're contending.
And for the first time this year, they're over 500.
Now,
for the first time this year, the Houston Astros are over 500, and that should frighten the daylights out of everybody in the American League.
No, it's not. My Royals are 5, brother.
You want to know what's frightening everybody in the American League? It's Aaron Judge going on this damn tear he's been on.
And
you know what's frightening everyone in the American League? It's the fact that the Royals are now beating the Guardians and are only 4 games behind them now.
I hope y'all continue to kick the piss out of the Indians.
You guys got a shot at being right there with them leading into the All-Star break, which for some crazed reason is a lot later this year than usual.
Look, I'm going to continue my own tradition when it comes to the All-Star break, and it's pretty simple. I'm going to be asleep.
Yeah, the only thing I'm going to be watching is probably the home run derby, and even then I might just
listen. It's not
like the NBA All-Star game. It is.
Oh, you're looking for this?
Trays.
Hold up. Yeah, considering every All-Star break, save maybe the NHL, and I repeat the word maybe.
Oh, NHL All-Star Weekend eclipses every other All-Star weekend.
And as far as Major League Baseball All-Star Weekend goes,
trays. Trays, 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 trays.
It sucks. It blows. It's stupid.
There's definitely a. You know what? Y'all know who the Savannah Bananas are, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
Why not play instead of a full 9-inning game full of your MLB's All Stars? Why not play Banana Ball for All Star Weekend?
Because it's too
That
much.
would be entertaining to watch, though. But yet again,
I'd actually watch it.
I know, right? And
I
as
would actually watch it but given the fact that Major League Baseball is run by who the hell is the commissioner again?
I have no idea.
That's the point. Exactly. Nobody cares.
I rest my case.
And side note, looking through the chat, Jedi talking about him and I wanting to do a wrestling segment at some point. Brian will talk about that later.
Oh, yeah. We get Ryan McCarthy this morning. We get McCarthy.
You get McCarthy and you get Jay Spivey, and you may get a third hour. Matter of fact, we may just take this all the way to 3:00.
Yo.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell
I got time for that. I got 3 monsters in the fridge. By the way,
eat my boy.
Droid, you're sticking around. And the only reason I'm suggesting that is because of the start time in Toronto with the Astros and the Blue Jays.
are we going to have enough to fill 5 hours, boss?
With the drafts that happened, yes.
Does that answer your question?
Oh, by the way, Jen's in chat.
And considering the fact who got drafted, yes.
By the way,
Who?
Bronny James.
Who?
Yeah. By the way, little sis is in chat. Happy early birthday, little sis. I got something cooked up for tomorrow for your stream. Don't worry about it.
Again, as I said, Don. Who?
Good point.
Actually, that's not the word you should be looking for. The word you should be looking for is
what?
What?
No, give it the Stone Cold one. Give him the what?
In audio form, I don't, but I do have it in this form. Where is he? Right here.
What? What?
But my Florida Panthers traded up in the draft. I'm happy about that. We'll talk more about the NHL draft later.
Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, that may be the final hour.
Oh, fine. You're gonna make me wait that long? Jesus Christ!
I have 2 reasons.
One is
you want to celebrate your Blackhawks making another solid, top 3 pick.
Yes.
And 2 being the fact of, well, we got to deal with that picture.
Yeah.
And the fact that the Bruins drafted terribly.
Man, shut the up about damn Bruins, man. Come on. I know they drafted horribly.
Wait, what was it? To a circle for Higgy. He shoots skull.
Man, shut up. I don't even have my first monster in front of me. Shut up.
Dare I say 17 seconds?
Ooh.
Are you trying to make me walk off?
Wait a minute. And
walk off like the Red Sox couldn't?
Listen, I love Verhaeghe's game winner. The difference between Verhaeghe's game winner and Dave Boland's game winner, Dave Boland's game winner kept Boston from winning something they'll never win again.
The Stanley Cup.
Yep.
Listen, Shane, you're talking about walk-offs like Boston sports knows how to walk a game off.
Last year we used to. Is this how we're going to start the freaking month?
And it is not out here.
Is this how we're going to start the freaking month?
Yes.
Hey, Shane?
What?
I have one name for you that's going to royally piss you off. And I have not used this name against you in the years that we've been friends. I will today.
Being who?
Jose Contreras.
You.
2005 Division Series Game 1. 8 innings of forkballs.
I mean, again, to be fair,
Back when we had Ortiz and Manny. In that
And-
big four.
Yes. And both of those guys hit 40 home runs.
And Contreras said, "You ain't touching my you-know-what, so deal with it."
Oh, here's the best part. I didn't say the real name I should have said to piss you off. Because besides Jose Contreras, AJ Pierzynski, and Scott Podsednik, the name I should have said was Paul Konerko.
ooh, can I just say something to these Italian fans of their, national team Italy?
Sure.
Maybe you should put that L in Italy as capital. Because you lost to Switzerland. 2-0.
Can we, and if Jen's still hanging around in chat, can we also talk about the fact of England recovering to win 2-1 yesterday?
Oh, that was a great comeback.
I saw the highlights of that game, and holy cow.
But speaking of football, the U.S. men's national team, what are we doing? We lost to Panama.
And now we
Panama.
And we got to go up against Uruguay with a possibly 50-50 goalkeeper and one of the top stars out for 2 games for that headshot he put on one of the Panama players.
Polito's out?
Mm-hmm.
He's out 2 games.
So that's our Copa America run done. Oh, Jesus.
Well,
that almost felt as quick as our World Cup run.
This is why I love the indoor game more than the outdoor game. Now, I will make this admission. I haven't called an outdoor game. Shucks. When was the last time I did an outdoor game? 2012, when I was covering games for Roosevelt University. And Shane's mad at me because I kind of called him during one of my matches.
I remember this.
Yeah, I was at Toyota Park in Chicago. And Shane specifically told me not to disturb him on that day because he had a whole bunch of stuff going on, around his house.
Typical family stuff.
Yep. I don't know how I timed it that he had little man with him. But I timed it so good, and I didn't mean to do this, that he picked up.
One of the rare free moments I had, you end up getting a hold of me. I'm like, you are so damn lucky.
Oh my goodness. Shane, I have to ask you a
And
question.
I actually think that was before a league race I was doing.
Yes. But
Shane, I have to ask you a question. Why do you have to bring your storms down to me? Are you that mad at me?
yes.
Are you that mad that my Panthers won the Cup more recently than your Bruins?
Shut up!
Hell,
I think that answers my question, Snowman.
even the Blackhawks have a more recent cup victory than the Bruins. And we had to go through the Bruins to win one of those 3.
Why do I feel like I'm
The
being
St.
attacked?
Louis Blues have a cup more recently than you.
Why do I feel like I'm being attacked?
What?
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 We are seriously starting the month of July taking pot shots at me. Okay, I see how it is.
Yep. And
Yeah.
the thing is, the
I
thing is,
thought we were
both
going to
of
be
you
taking
know.
pot shots at Brawny.
We got
That's later.
listen, we got plenty of pot shots for Brawny. Okay?
So why am I the first one getting shots across the bow?
Because we haven't even started a proper segment yet, so you're just taking the shots, bud.
What do I need to do? Pick up a freaking bulletproof vest to come on here now?
Yes.
No, because they make you laugh all the time. So
No, he doesn't need a bulletproof vest. He needs a whole juggernaut.
Shane does have the Boston Celtics.
Well,
does
that's
have
the only
Celtics.
thing really going for Boston right now.
Besides the fact that the Red Sox are just barely above 500.
Barely being the operative word.
Yeah, we're still like 4.5 games back in New York.
Yeah. Then
And
comes
the thing is, the Celtics blew their draft. They blew it.
Don't remind me.
and the Celtics got stronger even though they blew their draft.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, because Tatum is even more mad.
Mm-hmm.
And Porzingis is getting his right leg worked on this offseason.
Oh,
And we haven't even started on the Patriots.
oh, they're gonna need their entire roster basically having
they
like
need
Tommy John
Jesus.
surgery.
The Patriots need Jesus.
Yeah, as our good friend Victor Locke said, they need Jesus.
Yeah, they're going to need him come week 4 when they have to travel to Northern California.
Shut
What was that? What was that clip I sent you? That voice clip about Mr. Kyler Colabuti Murray?
I kept playing it so much on my phone, I forgot to load it. But I know the clip you're talking about.
Kyler Colabuti Murray, whose football play resembles a drunk driver on the Santa Clara Freeway, will be back in phase by week 4.
That's if FaZe will take him. What? What?
Okay, listen. Droid, since we haven't really started an official segment yet, Droid, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Will the Patriots game against Frisco be the first triple-digit score?
No, we all know what that's going to be.
Oh, Cowboys?
No, Chiefs Niners.
But that's not fair. That's going to be a 200-point game. It'll be the first one to 200 points wins that game.
Maybe the first one to break
it's going
the
to
scoreboard.
overtime, and it's just going to be back and forth until finally they're like, all right, it's a tie.
It's a right.
It's a tie at 255. The scoreboards can't go any higher. They're going to put the Madden rule in effect.
We
can't do level. We can't do level 6. We can't do level. Listen, Levi Stadium has one of the best scoreboards in the NFL. That's going to go tilt.
Yep.
That's going to go tilt.
It's going to be a pinball machine.
It's going to be so high, the scoreboard gains weight and starts to tilt over.
Yes.
Literally, it's going to turn into a pinball.
Wait a minute. Which means when the Niners hit the road, they're going to have to close Levi's Stadium and in 7 days rebuild that bastard.
Like I said, it's going to turn into a pinball machine. Pop, 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 tilt.
They're gonna have to close Levi's Stadium and rebuild that bad boy after the Chiefs and Niners get together. Because
what's also going to have to be closed?
What's that?
The entire Bears facilities.
Because
but to be honest, the Bears did have a good draft. I will give them that.
I won't.
Besides, if they didn't draft Caleb Williams, I would have given their draft an S rating.
Listen, if they didn't draft Caleb Williams, I'd have actually given them a B+. But since they drafted Caleb Williams, I gave them an F-.
But the best pick I liked from the Bears was Odunze. Solid wide receiver. Doesn't belong in Chicago, though.
Who the hell is...
I'll give them O'Dunes. I'll give them O'Dunes.
Look. Oh, is that...
Washington.
That's what I'm looking for. I'm in a greedy mood. What
are you not?
Oh, so you want the... Okay, so I already know what you're going to say. You want the Niners to pick him up, don't you?
What if the Niners had picked him up right after the Chiefs picked up Xavier Worthy?
Oh, my Lord.
Every single game would be
you would have been absolutely ripped to shreds. Because Odunze is not a first-round pick.
Well, Ricky Pearsall is. I've seen his footage. I've seen his workouts. Ricky Pearsall is going to be the faster version of Jawan Jennings. And what I mean by that is key third down catches. Besides, when has Juwan Jennings not made a key third down catch?
The Super Bowl.
Actually, he did.
He made one and then got a touchdown and then did nothing for the rest of the game.
Well, he caught a touchdown and then he threw one. But I want, you know what? Which game will be higher? Which game will be higher scoring? The regular season game in Santa Clara or the Super Bowl in New Orleans?
I honestly want the Super Bowl to be a low scoring affair.
Because
just not the 3-10 score that happened in that Rams Super Bowl.
The regular season game between Kansas City and Frisco will be like 255 to 254 or something like that. The Super Bowl will be 125 to 120 or something to that nature.
I'm thinking, well, the thing is, when you say it's going to be that high scoring, that means both of our defenses are garbage, which we both know is not true.
It's true. Very true. Very true.
So I think both are going to be low scoring.
But wait, what if the defenses get in on the fun and they start scoring and add to it? Then you get your 125 game.
Yeah, but that would require either Patrick Mahomes or Brock Purdy to throw an interception.
And that ain't gonna happen.
No.
Exactly.
And that ain't gonna happen.
And Jedi, you are wrong for what you just said.
What?
Honestly, the Cowboys need to get. Let me throw this up here. Honestly, the Cowboys need to get rid of Zeke because he is about as bad as Roman Reigns when it comes to ouch.
Well, we could have also said Brock Lesnar, but that's a
No. He's about as bad as LeBron James when it comes to appearing.
Yeah.
And we got a whole truckload of hate to drop on LeBron James. But we're going to do that later. Right now, I think we need to go sipping for some coffee. Time for some coffee with Ryan McCoffey. How are you, sir?
Your Honor, I'd like to report the murder of Shane Lake by two assailants.
Get the horse!
Oh, I love you, Ryan. Oh, I love you.
Oh, no, that's Shane Lake's music.
Oh, no. He's walking. He's talking. He's about to whoop somebody's ass.
He's got a chair.
He's about to stop a mud hole and walk it dry.
Even Ryan comes in firing shots. I have nothing against it.
Ryan came in like a new witness to the stand.
No.
I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Shane got killed.
So,
help me, dog.
Yes. I'd
Big dog just got Al Capone.
I said dog because I'm dyslexic.
I want to report something floating in the Chicago River. Well, how do you get from Boston all the way to the Chicago River? He floated.
Well,
Let's go with coffee. What you got for us?
Happy Bobby Bonilla Day and happy
Yes.
Rick Pietro Day to all who observe.
Mm-hmm. And it's Bonilla Day twice. Mets and Orioles.
Because Mets and the Orioles.
Mets and Orioles.
Mets until 2035 and Orioles until
28.
And Rick DiPietro gets $1.5 million from the Islanders until 2028 as well. See, the thing with Bobby Bonilla is that he wasn't a dummy. He's no dummy. He was no dummy.
Nope.
But with Rick DiPietro, that was injuries, which was unfortunate for him. So.
Yeah.
DiPietro legend.
Bobby Bonilla knew what he was doing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely knew what he was doing.
Very similar to what Magic Johnson did back in the day with a 20-year contract for $20 million.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of bad contracts, who remembers when Roberto Luongo got signed to 12 years?
Ooh. Oh, I remember all those contracts in the NHL. Everything's AAV and depreciating contracts, and
Well,
Yeah.
it's because
Like,
of that
Shohei.
Luongo signing that everything went downhill.
Yeah,
Oh,
and now
They
we're
limited you to 8 years maximum of a re-sign.
Speaking of Roberto Luongo, did you see him eating pasta out of the Stanley Cup the other day?
Yes, sir, I did. Yes, sir. Of course I did, McCoffey. Come on, I'm a Panthers fan. What do you expect of me?
Luongo was beating the drum for Game 7, and
Yes, he was.
he got the benefits of it, not only to drink from the Stanley Cup, but to eat from it
And to lift it.
and to lift it.
Well, on Saturday's show, we talked about the 5 cereals we would eat out of the Stanley Cup. Dustin and I would. So.
Oh, let me hear this.
Let me hear it. Let's hear it.
No. I don't. No. After the show, go watch Saturday's morning brunch.
Oh my goodness, gonna make me watch.
The super villain with the ultimate teaser.
Give me those views. Give me those
Listen.
views.
Super villain with the teaser.
Which five? I'll do my own list then. Which 5 cereals would I eat from the Stanley? Which 5 cereals would I eat from the Stanley Cup?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
A, I have a horrible sweet tooth, and B, I got to take care of my body. That's where this list comes from. I must have Cheerios, according to my doctor.
But here's the question: Honey Nut or just normal?
It's got to be normal.
Okay.
It's got to be normal. The other normal cereal I would have from the Stanley Cup would be Wheaties, and I blame my dad for getting me hooked on Wheaties.
Okay, I don't understand why Wheaties get so much slander. It makes no sense.
Listen, I'm not slandering Wheaties.
No. I'm saying I don't know why it gets slander.
I don't know why either. I don't know why either. But the first year I started eating Wheaties, I made a critical mistake.
What was that?
I drowned them in sugar.
Oh my goodness!
Mary would have never done that.
I know.
You're not the first. You're not the first. You're definitely not the last.
That's true.
Listen,
That's true.
That's how Dad got me, because he knew I was a Michael Jordan fan, and he put the box in front of me, and he goes, "You think he would do that when he saw me pouring sugar on my Wheaties?" Since then, I couldn't do it, because I would always see my dad put that box in front of me of Michael Jordan from '88 with the slam dunk contest. You know, the iconic pose.
Oh, you mean when the last time the NBA All-Star Weekend was actually entertaining?
Yes, that would be it. I would throw 96 in there in San Antonio because Michael Jordan was playing. I'd throw 2003. I would throw 2003 in there, but Jermaine O'Neal ruined that for me at the end of overtime.
Jermaine O'Neal. Wow, that's a name I haven't heard since.
I know.
I gotta look behind me too on that one.
The other 3 cereals I would eat from the Stanley Cup is they would be Fruit Loops, Grams, and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And Victor, I hate you for getting me hooked on Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but I love you as well for getting me hooked on Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is okay. Some people might say this is a bad take, but honestly, if you enjoy good cereal, this is a good take. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the GOAT of cereals. It is the Michael Jordan of cereals.
Listen, here's what Victor did to me. I was sick one weekend because I had just come back from a road trip. I was in Champaign, Illinois. I come back. I was sicker than a dog. Victor comes in and says, "You don't look too good. I feel even worse." So what does Victor do? He pulls out this gigantic 2-bag box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and he puts it right in front of me while I'm laying on the couch, trying not to damn near puke my brains out. He says, "Eat this. You'll feel better." And he walked out. Well, I did.
Feel better?
Yes.
That sounds like our Victor Locke.
He had a purpose with that, and it worked.
I think honestly, well, Cinnamon Toast Crunch does make you feel better. It makes you feel good, but also he just wanted to get you hooked. I'll be completely honest.
Well, it worked. As I said, it worked.
But okay. I'm not going to do cereals I would like to eat out of the Stanley Cup. I'm going to do drinks I would like to drink out of the Stanley Cup.
beer, more beer, champagne,
Here again.
beer again, and
But here's the thing: it cannot be anything like Coors Light. I'm sorry.
No.
Hell no.
No. That is
I'm seeing these.
Detroit.
I'm seeing my favorite players drinking Bud Light and Coors Light out of the Stanley
No.
Cup. I'm like, you are a disgrace.
That is fornication in a canoe. Okay.
That is blasphemous.
That's what that is.
Here's my thing: if you're gonna have a beer out of the Stanley Cup, either get a draft beer, one from the keg, or you grab yourself one of those glass bottles. It says MODELO on the front.
I would drink Quack. KWAK.
The hell is that?
It's a legit beer. It's a Belgian beer. Quack.
it is. It is.
Here's the thing. Here's my thing. Take that glass bottle that says MODELO on the front and pour it in.
Modelo. Okay, I'm with you.
You know what? You know what I'd love to drink from Lord Stanley's cup. When I had my birthday party in 2005, I got introduced to a drink called Amaretto Sours.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, that.
You want an English teacup full. That's what you want.
Listen, that and rum shada, I would definitely drink from the Stanley Cup.
I'm putting my own drink in there.
okay. I just saw a video.
You get drunk and diabetes from ranchada.
There are two reasons why I list rum shada. A, it was the drink I had most when I turned 40, and B, it tastes like chocolate.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just saw a Stanley Cup rule be broken.
And that is?
In order to lift the cup, you have to win the cup.
Oh,
The running back, and everyone's going to know who I'm talking about. Miami Dolphins running back, Raheem Mostert, lifted the cup during the parade on Sunday.
Cursed.
Dolphins are cursed.
Cursed.
the Dolphins have
Which
been.
will now activate a 10-year curse in which the Miami Dolphins will not win a single ring.
You know what?
Or a playoff game.
It's gonna be longer. Now I got a very hot take that people will not forgive me for. In fact, they haven't forgiven me for it since I said it in other ways. But in simplest terms, the Dolphins have Tua Tagovailoa. They're cursed until he goes.
Well, here's the thing. Tua's out before that 10 years curse is up.
Yeah, true. Because he's sitting in the back.
Because we all know how strict McDaniel is. If you're not playing at least up to a decent standard, at least a winning record standard, you're gone. And I think this is the year that Tua digresses.
Oh, Tua's regressed already. Now that we're on the subject of football, let me say a couple of quarterbacks' names that I feel have regressed badly, and regressed FUBAR. Regressed is Tua Tagovailoa. Regressed badly is Jalen Hurts. And regressed FUBAR, and I offer the AFC Championship as evidence, Lamar Jackson.
Ooh.
Now, I got people that have been coming after me saying, you can't say that about a unanimous MVP. Oh, no. Give me this camera.
Oh, boy.
You know why Lamar Jackson has regressed badly? Once again, I offer you the exhibit of not only the divisional game against Tennessee 4 years ago, but this recent AFC Championship.
You're not wrong.
And I also think that Zay Flowers is going to be a problem in Baltimore. You saw what he did during the AFC Championship, trying to pimp a catch and then get a flag thrown on him.
Zay Flowers, wait a minute. Give me this button here. And I think Ryan knows the button I'm about to push. After this season, Zay Flowers, you're fired.
You're not wrong.
But McCoffey, I have to ask.
Oh, no.
So you're an Islanders fan, correct?
No, I'm a Devils fan.
No.
He's a Devils fan.
You're a Devil. Ooh. So let me take you back to 2003
Oh no.
when the Devils won the cup.
I ain't had enough caffeine for this.
You remember who we played, right? Well, not we. I'm a Panthers fan. You remember who you played, right?
We swept the Panthers in the first round.
You did.
And I'm trying to remember who they beat in the second round. Boston?
Probably Boston.
And then
Wouldn't be surprised.
And then Tampa Bay. Florida, Tampa Bay, Ottawa in 7, and then Anaheim in 7.
And do you remember a specific player? Off the floor, on the board.
Paul Correa.
Paul Correa.
Okay,
He got hit harder than Tua Tagovailoa in 3 of his concussion games.
Mhm.
Got up
Ooh.
and scored a goal.
This
and
is
if Tua Tagovailoa can't do something like that, you're gone.
Side note, dealing with Paul Correa, since he came out of the University of Maine, he actually was there the same time my sister was, so my sister actually knows Paul Correa.
Nice. All right, we got this piece of news. Tobias Harris to Detroit. Well, Detroit's further ruined.
Yep.
Hartenstein to OKC. And
Who's
OKC.
I think you mean Seattle.
That's why I said OKC's further ruined, because they're not in Seattle. OKC needs to be the Seattle Supersonics. Speaking of signings.
Speaking of signings, I got some, well, not breaking news, but free agency starts today in the NHL.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The Devils have already made 2, are going to announce they're making 2 signings. Brendan Dillon and I'm trying to remember who the other one is. Brett Pesce will sign with the Devils.
Pesce is the tall one. But I have to ask, what are your Devils doing in trading Akira Schmid to the Vegas Golden Knights? Let's just break down the events for y'all.
I need caffeine for this.
Linus Ullmark traded to the Boston Bruins for Jonas Korpisalo.
You fool!
Kevin Ball sent to the Calgary Flames for Jacob Markstrom.
And a first round pick in 2025.
And a first round pick. And then the New Jersey Devils send, I don't even know who they received from Vegas, Akira Schmid to the Vegas Golden Knights.
Paul Cotter.
Speaking of signings,
Anywho,
you know someone in the NBA that I feel horrible for?
Tyrese Maxey.
Yes. I feel for Tyrese Maxey.
He's the only really player I can really feel for.
I feel for Tyrese Maxey and the extension he just signed for 2 reasons. Joel Embiid and Paul George.
And Harden.
Oh, Harden's still a Clipper.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Yeah, Harden re-signed with LA because it's the only place that will accept them.
This is how much I pay attention to the NBA. Anyway.
And we all know that now the Clippers are going to be Harden's team, and that team's gone straight to hell.
And we had another signing last night.
Who?
CP3
to San Antonio. Which means Bill Schoening and I are going to have some great conversations.
Oh, by the way, Ryan,
Victor Wembanyama is going to have another useless teammate.
Pretty much. And no, Ryan, before you ask, this isn't alcohol this time.
This time.
You wish it was.
This time.
Hey, trust me, if I had vodka in this show would be a hell of a lot different.
It's not hard monster.
This was alcohol, but it's iced coffee.
No, I'm still trying to get my hard Mountain Dew up here in Maine. Come on.
All right, let's have the coffee talk.
Victor had a great Victor has a great comment. Joel Embiid, you all know the rest.
Let's let McCoffee get a word in. Come on.
Yeah, so we got to talk about that photo I sent you.
Oh, God.
You know what? Thank you, Ryan.
I make no apologies for sending that because I got a lot of problems with that photo.
And this is the photo that's in question. And I capitalized the word question.
I got 3
people. Who in the Vita Blue hell put this together?
I got three
All right.
problems with this picture.
Let's
Wait,
go.
no. You know what you need to do? Play the Chris Bass clip. Why don't you?
Let's go around the board. Let's go around the horn, rather.
Yeah.
Okay, Ryan, you first.
All right. I see one problem. The first problem was Ovechkin.
Yep.
Mhm.
While I love me some Alex Ovechkin. All right. The 2018 Cup tour he did was basically party time every day for like the entire summer. And
Why not?
he's going to eventually pass Wayne Gretzky in goals. Let's face it.
Yeah,
But-
he is.
But he's not the GOAT.
He's
Sorry. Wayne Gretzky is the GOAT in hockey.
Mhm.
Sorry.
The only other legend that could compete for that GOAT conversation is Mario Lemieux. That's it.
And Gordie Howe.
Yeah, I'd
Which,
put
by
Gordon
the
Howe in
way,
that.
for those who don't know, the reason Gretzky wore double nines is because of Gordie Howe.
Because of Gordie Howe, because he didn't want to wear number 9, so he wore 99 instead.
Yep.
Now, Shane, your turn.
Oh, there's two problems I've got with this, and I'm going to save the second problem for you, Snowman, because I know exactly where you're going with it.
Mm-hmm.
Brady's wearing the wrong 12. It needs to be the dark blue 12.
That
That's
is
when he was
true.
dominant.
I'll touch on that in a moment.
I'll allow it.
The other thing I would notice, Jeter, while I got respect for the captain, there's a few people above him that would be better on that list. Yeah.
Tony
Greatest
Gwynn,
shortstop, great shortstop, yes. Greatest
Barry
baseball
Bonds.
player, no.
Barry Bonds,
Give me Hank Aaron on that list.
Henry Aaron. I'll take that.
Willie Mays.
Besides that, I really don't see a problem.
Who's the racer in the back? I need to know. Who
Dale Earnhardt. Dale
is that?
Earnhardt.
Oh, that's Dale Earnhardt. Okay, I was gonna say there might be a problem with that, but no.
I would question it. Statistically speaking, Richard Petty, fan base wise, it was Earnhardt, so it depends on your take.
Okay. My turn.
Take it.
Swipe out Ovechkin for double nines. Switch out Messi for Pele.
No.
Yes.
No. I'm sorry, I cannot agree with that.
You better.
Gretzky, not only, I agree with Gretzky, but Messi broke every one of Pele's records. I'm sorry, I cannot agree with that.
Yeah, but who did it first?
It doesn't matter who did it first. It matters who did it better.
And Pele did it better. Now shut up, fool.
Mr. T came out. Shut up, boo.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Ray Ray didn't come out
I
and
didn't
moot
push,
him.
I didn't push the button.
Moot him.
Droid, this is for you, and I mean this kiddingly.
Shut up, fool!
Wait,
Hold
no.
on. How many,
You know
how many
what,
Ballon d'Ors does Pele
You know
have?
what, wait a minute. You know what Droid would say to me in return?
Yeah!
Vince McMahon has come out.
Especially because you even admitted it. You don't know shit about football. You do not know anything about European football.
No, because the
It's
football I
called
know about
soccer.
was the soccer I know about was indoor soccer. And I know plenty who played better than Messi in indoor soccer. But that's an argument for a later time.
Mm-hmm.
What else is the problem with this picture? Derek Jeter, get out.
All right, who you putting in Jeter's place?
Where do I start?
Paul Konerko.
Do we do the San Francisco Giant himself?
Oh, Barry Bonds, him, and Frank Thomas,
I'll take that.
and Ken Griffey Jr.
How about one of the original Giants, Willie Mays?
You can't go wrong with that. Now as for this guy right here, this 12 person, give me this button. Get him the out this picture, because the greatest quarterback wore 16, not 12.
I'd allow that.
The greatest quarterback ever was not Len Dawson, who wore 16. The greatest 16 last name was Montana.
I think
I would allow that.
Like I would allow it, but does Montana have a ring for every day of the week?
He doesn't need a ring for every day of the week.
Hey, just because you played the longest doesn't mean you're necessarily the
Listen.
greatest. I'm sorry.
Here's why I eliminate Brady from the GOAT conversation. Two reasons. One, a tuck rule. that has not been enforced since the day they used it. And 2, Brady's done something Montana's never done. Lost in a Super Bowl.
So that means that you could technically say not only Purdy could be in this conversation, but Mahomes too, because both have lost in a Super Bowl.
You didn't hear what I said, did you? Anyway, and there's another person that shouldn't be on this, but I will touch on that to start hour 2.
Now,
I wasn't even able to say a thing about this, but okay.
I would also swap out Serena for Steffi Graf.
now, if I now,
wait, Ryan, Steffi Graf, Martina Navratilova, Chris Everts, yeah.
Capriati.
Now, when it
Monica Seles, yeah.
When it comes to Dale Earnhardt being in that picture, I'm going to throw 3 options out there for everybody else to possibly choose from.
Jeff Gordon.
Gordon, actually, I wouldn't, and I grew up a Jeff Gordon fan.
Richard Petty.
Petty being one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy J.
Michael Schumacher.
Ayrton Senna.
Yes, that's where I was going with my third. Senna.
But I think they're talking specifically American sports.
Well, what the hell's Messi doing there then?
Because he's in Inter Miami.
Doesn't count.
And then you got to realize, look at some of the
same
damage Serena Williams did, dude. International. Tiger Woods, international damage. When it comes down to, okay, if we're going to go American, I'm going to argue Alex Zanardi. I will argue Richard Petty. And honestly, God bless his soul. AJ Foyt's another one I would put up there.
Sorry.
I'll go
Mario
drag
and
racing with Yes, Mario, one of the only people to have a legit triple crown.
Because he was an F1 and Indy.
And he's also won the Daytona 500, and he had a 24-hour win.
Mm-hmm.
So Mario is high on that list. And I would throw up there just because. Yeah, exactly. I'll throw another one up there just because of the longevity he's had in the NHRA, John Force.
Okay, I got a question.
Try me.
How the hell does Tobias Harris keep getting paid when he can't give me this button? When he can't play worth a flying
because there's idiot owners in the NBA.
I was today years old when I realized there was an NBA player named Tobias Harris.
He's the John Cena of the NBA.
I mean, when I hear a name like Tobias Harris, I'm not thinking NBA player. I'm thinking like a physicist or like a nerd or something. Like he's got like nerdy names.
The new Big Bang Theory star.
Sheldon. Bazinga.
Now, Bazinga out of here, McCarthy. I know you got to go. Thank you.
I have a couple announcements.
Mm-hmm.
So can I have the camera for a minute?
You may.
Give me this camera. So, couple things. Tonight, Dustin and I are on with Drew Willie on the In or Out Sports Debate at 9:05 Eastern. That's going to be on Satroba Media, and it'll be simulcast on No Credentials Required on our YouTube channel. Tomorrow night, we review I, Tanya on the No Ticket Required for No Credentials Required. And on Wednesday, I have a pretty cool thing. I will be on local radio in Albany.
Nice.
I pre-taped a discussion. I pre-taped the show last Wednesday with my friend Tom Gazlowski, aka Gaz. So at the 3:00 hour on 95.9 and 980 Fox Sports Radio in Albany, New York, I will be on a special edition of Levac and Gaz on Wednesday. So nice. It'll also be a podcast it'll be dropped tomorrow. I was trying to drop it today, but unfortunately I got caught up this weekend and other things. So it'll be dropping tomorrow. It'll be relatively commercial free, unlike the radio show. So
right,
come check it out. Big news for me because it's a cool opportunity. So very, very cool.
Well, we are happy for you, my friend. We are very happy for you. Ryan McCall.
Happy to see you.
As he does every Monday. Thank you, partner. Appreciate you. Tobias Harris?
The
I
man
don't
that
have
signed
the
a
damnedest.
$52 million deal.
Say again.
$52 million.
Again. Who the
$52 million.
is Tobias Harris?
No clue. But he's somebody enough to sign $52 million for nothing.
A special when y'all get back.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Join Ryan McCarthy
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
and Dustin Henry
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
as they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to I can be the black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
The quickest way to get search engines like Google to put your business at the top of search results is by having a steady flow of positive reviews. With Power Brand Systems, you can show up in search and stand apart from your local competition by easily collecting new customer reviews through text message. But getting found is only the beginning. Most consumers choose the first business that responds to them. Unless you start conversations with potential customers almost instantly, they'll go somewhere else. That's why Power Brand Systems make starting conversations with website visitors as easy as clicking a button.
Everything Boston. I love you morons. New Kids on the Block, New Edition.
Dear whatever the law firm is. Sincerely, the U.S. Supreme Court.
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. Go yourself again, Jason Whitlock.
Ready to hang with some fellas who know football? Let's ride. LC Muscles 28.
I think they're the most overrated defense in the league.
Steel Sermon.
We did not trail for a single second.
Tiny Tim.
McCarthy is a bonehead.
A Pizzle 90.
I'm going with my boys. Fins up, baby!
Get ready for the Four Horsemen of Pick'ems. Every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central on YouTube. Poppy J.
You got the option to cry for the government. You got the option to protest. You got the option to keep buying. But this is also an option.
Wise El Jefe.
We're the first tech geeks. We're the first gamers. We're the first everything. Everything. Like Gen X's, we are the ones.
BS3 Network proudly presents the crew from the New York boroughs who never wants that smoke. Nah, they want that fire. Poppy J and Wise El Jefe. Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
There's just something about my beauty's voice that just makes me smile.
I heard
all
that.
the way around.
But sadly, we're not going to be smiling through this segment.
I am.
Now, before we get going, I do want to give Wise some flowers because that Stuck in My Mind podcast he has.
Oh, it's
absolute freaking genius.
It's an Emmy winner.
Amazing.
It's an Emmy winner. I'm
It's
calling
amazing.
it now. Every show that we have been in contact or associated with is an Emmy winner.
Now that
But I love that one line he said there, and it's you know what, Boston. Boston. Every time I hear that, I just smile.
You're making me wish I had vodka.
I told you that.
You probably do. You're just not telling us.
No, I finished that up over the weekend.
Okay, there you go.
I mean, to be fair, you had to watch Nashville. Ugh.
Including an hour and 30-minute rain delay.
I'm sorry.
It was a whack job.
No, man, like I missed the part where that's my problem.
And just like we started the show, I'm getting blasted like I'm Al Capone.
This is for both of you.
So I realized that I think, even though it's not advertised,
right,
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it. It's like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, get all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Vámonos, dominos, vámonos. Stupid university, where everyone graduates magna cum stupid.
That specifically goes to two people we're about to talk about.
It happened to me last Thursday. Victor, whatever are you talking about?
I don't know what he's talking about, man. He gone crazy.
Everyone here is like, "What you mean?"
Oh my gosh!
Do the voice.
Before I get going, have you ever had y'all? You have great energy when you start, but then you eat something you're craving, and all of a sudden it just.
Once in a while.
Well, there was a breakfast burrito in front of me.
Dude, I've been noshing on a scone ever since we started today.
I kind of killed it. And now it's getting the best of me.
Maybe it's a good thing we're only looking to go a couple hours then.
Yeah, I think we're gonna. I think we're gonna change operations here. We'll do our usual. Wait, all of you, shut. What? Victor, I did not troll you last week. In specific, I didn't troll you on Thursday. Shut up, Shane. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Don't you see I'm trying to be nice here?
Trying?
I'm not doing
You
good.
were the moment you saw me come in the studio.
I'm not doing a good job, am I?
You're not a good liar either. That's the thing. You are a terrible liar.
Listen, I said that with a 2-foot grin on my face.
I was about to say, as Vince McMahon's entrance song would say, no chance in hell.
Exactly. Is Snowman getting ready to run for me and running just don't belong in the same sentence right now? Antonio Brandini. Oh, God. Y'all read this.
Stupid University, where everyone who makes the honor roll gets left back. Antonio Brown, Dean Emeritus. And by the way, Ryan, one of these days you're gonna have me on no credentials required, man, because I'm usually up late nights anyway.
I'm gonna have to make a return appearance on no credentials required. Oh gosh.
I don't know if them folks would like my late night stupidity.
You fool!
Man, we don't like your early day stupidity. What are you talking about?
Wait, is that a Bruins fan talking? I'm sorry. I can't. I don't speak Bruins.
Oh, shut up!
I don't speak first round exit. All right.
You realize how much of this show just became clippable?
Way ahead of your party.
I'm sorry. I do not speak this language you speak. I don't have your dialect.
Bibbidi bobbidi bibbidi bibbidi screw Florida.
All
Jen, if
I
you're
can
watching
hear is
that
we
Italian
wasted
with you.
every year of Tuukka Rask's contract. That's all I can hear.
Wait a minute. Y'all realize I'm clipping the daylights out of this after we sign
Yes, and I am happy
Yeah,
you are.
I'm well aware. Trust me.
Y'all realize I'm clipping the daylights out of this.
As I have said many times, when it comes to streams, no matter what I'm on, it's for the content.
All I can hear coming from your mouth, Shane, is we wasted Tuukka Rask and we traded Linus Ullmark. That's all I can hear.
And all I have to say to those two moves are, you fool! And you know what, Droid? This is for you. I have to ask the Boston Bruins this question when it comes to those two goalies.
What in the all types of blue hell?
I'm not the general manager. If I was, we would have kept Tuukka. Trust me.
Well, here's the thing. The Tuukka thing really wasn't up to you.
If you were the general manager, this would have happened.
LJPN is sponsored by HoFacts. Before she hoe, and you gotta know, tell her to show me the HoFacts.
That is wild. I love you, Brian.
That's just foul.
Subscribe for exclusive content on YouTube, youtube.com/@snowmaninthemorning for exclusive content, interviews, and more. That's youtube.com/@snowmaninthemorning. I have a little something to take care of, but I promised y'all a brunch sexual confession, and after this wild 10.5 minutes, I will have it for you when y'all get back. And by the way, the Bruins will never win a cup again.
Man, you just foul. We'll be back after this.
Find the lie.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Join Ryan McCarthy
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
and Dustin Henry
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
as they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
The quickest way to get search engines like Google to put your business at the top of search results is by having a steady flow of positive reviews. With Power Brand systems, you can show up in search and stand apart from your local competition by easily collecting new customer reviews through text message. But getting found is only the beginning. Most consumers choose the first business that responds to them. Unless you start conversations with potential customers almost instantly, they'll go somewhere else. That's why Power Brand systems make starting conversations with website visitors as easy as clicking a button.
Everything Boston. I love you morons. New Kids on the Block, New Edition.
Dear whatever the law firm is. Sincerely, the U.S. Supreme Court.
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. Go yourself again, Jason Whitlock.
Ready to hang with some fellas who know football? Let's ride. LC Muscles 28.
I think they're the most overrated defense in the league.
Steel Sermon.
We did not trail for a single second.
Tiny Tim.
McCarthy is a bonehead.
A Pizzle 90.
I'm going with my boys. Fins up, baby.
Get ready for the Four Horsemen of Pick'ems. Every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central on YouTube. Poppy J.
You got the option to cry for the government. You got the option to protest. You got the option to keep buying. But this is also an option.
Wise El Jefe.
We're the first tech geeks. We're the first gamers. We're the first everything. Everything. Like Gen X's, we are the ones.
BS3 Network proudly presents the crew from the New York boroughs who never wants that smoke. Nah, they want that fire. Poppy J and Wise El Jefe, Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
I hate you,
Y'all-
Victor.
Oh God, what do you do now?
This.
Are you tired of losing in the game of love? Are your relationships as fragile as Anthony Davis's body? Join Braun Bowl. Find someone who loves you the way bronsexuals love their tang. Whole facts approved.
This is why we love Victor.
Me too. Oh,
And let's not forget that this insanity of Snowman in the Morning is brought to you by Screwball VPN, the VPN of way out in left field. That's Screwball VPN.
Or right field in my case because I'm right-handed. Then there's this.
This moment of bronze-sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronze-sexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YO-KANG. LJPN, now approve all this.
Let's go.
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronzexual Confessions.
I'd like to know, with all the love in my heart, who in the absolute believes LeBron James is the greatest basketball player ever?
We know what they're called.
I know. I don't want to cuss this morning, but I've cussed already.
Yeah, that's going out the window about 10 minutes into the show.
Earlier, but we're not counting. LeBron James, you a bitch.
Oh!
You are a straight up league destroying bitch. Because whoever had the unmitigated audacity and the unmitigated gall to do this, to put a mediocre basketball, a below mediocre basketball player in this picture, I only ask,
what in the all types of blue hell
were you thinking? This is not directed at any other person in this picture except him. You got some great players and athletes in this picture, and yet you put LeBron James in the middle of this? What the were you thinking?
And have the audacity to call him the GOAT.
He's nowhere near. Just because you played the longest doesn't mean you're the best. Just because you played the longest doesn't mean you're one of the greatest. LeBron James is the most mediocre basketball player that's played at least 20 seasons that I've watched in the past 30 years. LeBron James. And his son's going to be worse.
What do you think of LeBron? 50 years with no rings?
I don't care. As long as he doesn't have any... as long as he doesn't get any more rings, and we have to deal with these bronzexuals. Now that Bronny's a part of the team, and they're probably going to make a pitch for Klay Thompson, I'm going to throw up.
And the thing is, you love Klay.
I know. I love Klay Thompson, and I wish the Warriors had a way to keep him.
Out of all the teams that have interest in him, that includes the Magic, the Clippers, and the Lakers, who do you think he goes to? None
of them. I say he says, all y'all, I'm going back to San Francisco. I wish
that. You can wish in one hand and...
Oh, I know. Shut up. Don't complete your sentence. I know. Don't complete your sentence. I already know the end of it because it's something my dad used to tell me all the time. But I'm sick and tired of these. They put him in this picture. Him. This mediocre ass basketball player that doesn't know a difference from a hesitation dribble or a crab or a crab dribble or a straight up travel, which is what he's done for 21 years. Him. They put him in this picture with a love child instead of his own family. Oh, did I say that aloud? They ought to give this guy out of this picture and a give me this button.
Sonic boom!
Out of the league and a
Tiger uppercut!
Out of basketball because he can't play basketball correctly and he never has. And people want to tell me,
you fool!
But I often say, find the lie.
4-what in the playoffs?
Yeah. He's got a losing record in the finals. Meanwhile, the person who should be wearing number 23 in a red and black, who actually made number 23 very sexy, besides 32, 33, or 34, is not in this picture. And he's 6-0 in the World Championship Series.
We don't even need to say his name.
Stupid and the whoever created this picture, you stupid, incompetent.
There's a lot wrong with this.
Yeah,
if we're considering American, if this is majority American stars, why isn't Messi there?
Listen, Tom Brady's in it. That's another problem. But I'll attack that on Friday during Football Friday. You got LeBron James in it. You got LeBron James in this picture. That immediately makes it lose its credibility.
And here's the thing, Snowman. If I were to ask, like, Twitter, what would be like the current active player version of this? I guarantee you people are going to throw Bronny in. And I'm just going to slap him and say, you are crazy.
Forget slapping him. I'll give him a
Tiger uppercut
and let him burn. Because Bronny sucks worse than his father. Now, I know people are, you can't say that about his son. Why the not? What's the phrase people use often, like father, like son?
Yeah, and Diggy, sick. We did say that earlier.
Yeah, Wayne Gretzky should be in this picture. Montana should be in this picture over Brady.
And even if you don't like Gretzky, throw Lemieux in there. It's definitely better than Obi.
You could put Gretzky and Super Mario in this picture. You could put Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and Michael Jordan in this picture to make it 100,000 times better.
But I want to say, why is there no defensive NFL player in here?
Because they think Tom Brady's the greatest, and he's about as mediocre as LeBron James.
Who is that? Who is that? Oh, I'm forgetting his name. I think he's called LT in Chiefs Legends.
Yeah, I believe his name is Lawrence Taylor.
You could also throw Michael Strahan in there for his bleeding and sacks.
Man, give me this button.
Oh, God.
What the are you thinking? LeBron James is the greatest of all time. 4-4. He's only won 4 out of 10 appearances in the finals. What is Jordan? 6-0. 6 for 6 in the finals. He has almost a ring for every day of the week, and he didn't even play that long.
As I've said many times before, LeBron James has played 22 years. In essence, Michael Jordan played 15. Michael Jordan has had a bigger impact in 13 seasons, all with the Bulls, than LeBron has had in his entire career, which is going to suck ass even more that we have to look at him.
Stop the cap.
Some people would say, but I don't. I look at this picture and I go,
What is that? What the?
You know the rest of it.
Get this picture off my screen, man. I'm about to throw up.
Yeah, Me too. Now get out of our faces, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Bronzexual Confessions.
Now,
by the way, here's an interesting stat dealing with Jordan in the playoffs. In 179 playoff games, Michael is 119 in 60.
Now, I have to ask, if there was a active player version of that, who would you throw in for basketball, offense and defense?
One of each or just one period?
One of each.
Steph Curry.
For offense?
Yep. Defense. Y'all,
Klay Thompson.
And both of them reside where?
In the Bay.
And what did you say in the intro? Oh no, what was it that one that you always came back with?
Which one? I had a few of them.
The one about Steph.
Oh, the fact that he took an anomaly and turned it into a weapon?
No, the best player in the NBA resides in the Bay.
Oh, yeah.
And his name is Stephen Curry.
Oh, the face of the NBA, the current face of the NBA. Current face of the NBA has already been here. And he will celebrate his 16th year. My, how time has flown.
No
and
kidding.
his name is Wardell Stephen Curry II. The only unanimous MVP in NBA history.
Now, in terms of the NFL, throwing in for offensive player, I have to go with either Brock Purdy or Patrick Mahomes. Or hell, throw them both in there.
Both.
For defensive player, I'm looking at Mr. Tank himself. And he resides in the Bay. Frank Warner.
Ah, Fred Warner.
Oh, Fred Warner. I call him Frank because he's a tank.
Because he's built like a tank?
Yes, sir.
Oh, then you'd have to put his teammate in there also.
Bosa.
Nicholas John Bosa.
In the NHL, this is a little bit of bias. You don't put McDavid in there. You don't put Matthews in there.
Nope.
Because you know what neither of them have?
A ring.
They have they've never lifted
the cup.
So I say, if you're going to put an offensive player in there, throw in Matthew Tkachuk.
I could see that.
If you're going to throw in an active defensive player,
Sergei Bobrovsky.
That's a goalie. I'm saying a defenseman.
He is a defenseman, damn it. He defends the most important part of the ice.
I am going to regretfully look in Boston.
No.
You say regretfully. No. Come on now.
No, and no.
What would you rather me say? Oh, Seth Jones, greatest defenseman. No, he is not the greatest defenseman currently playing.
I never said that.
All right, who you got, Droid?
I'm going to look at Boston.
Why?
I'm going to look at their defenseman.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to walk away. Because the best defenseman doesn't reside in the East.
Mm-hmm.
He resides in the West.
Mm-hmm.
And his name is Drew Doughty.
Ah, okay.
I just love how people keep crapping on me today. Like, come on, what did I ever do to anybody to deserve this?
You're a Boston fan.
And of course, goalie, with all due bias, Sergei the Brick Wall Bobrovsky.
Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky. Ain't no way. Ain't no way you can say otherwise. No way.
I'll give him
Now,
that.
in terms of racing, John, I give that to you.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Stay there. Stay there. Oh, God.
What? Oh, God.
Contavious Caldwell Pope.
Who?
Thank you. He was a member of the Nuggets who won the championship, and now he has ruined his career even further by signing, or he intends to sign, a 3-year, $66 million deal with the Orlando Magic.
Like I said, who?
We don't know. We do not know.
Who the wrote this?
I don't know, but it's usually Adam that brings us that information.
Let me answer somebody after I close this. Tavares, let me pose a question to you. Who is your quarterback? The Magic were a playoff team. They're not going to be a playoff team anymore.
Honestly, the only reason I like the Magic is because of their celebration song. It was funny.
Okay, I'll give you that.
It was funny.
I'm looking at my friend Seth Cantor, who is a baseball announcer. I hope to get him on the show soon for a mic to mic session. His little girl Ella has grown considerably. She's like a niece to me, as Seth Cantor's big brother to me.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if I can get him on the show this week because I see nothing but pictures of his wife and his child, and I love the man. I was there for him when he called his first baseball game for the Rockland Boulders.
Ooh.
I also have a clip from 2014 when the Boulders won the Can-Am Championship.
No, Snowman. In that photo, there is a sport missing.
Just a minute. Tavares, Purdy is indeed mentioned in the same category as Mahomes because they're both in the same category, and I don't care who your quarterback is, aside of Patrick Mahomes, they ain't nowhere close. And if you say Dak Prescott is your quarterback, I'm going to laugh my head off because Dak Prescott sucks worse than LeBron James.
Now go ahead, Droid.
Thank you.
There is a sport missing, and it starts with a W, has the second letter of an N, third letter of a B, and the last letter of an A.
Candace Parker, Diana Taurasi, Lisa Leslie, Rebecca Lobo, Cynthia Cooper, Kim Potts, Tina Thompson.
I don't want to say, oh, this is sexist. This isn't sexist because it has, Sabrina Williams on there. But you're missing another key women's sport. We don't just have tennis.
Because they're too... Come here. Because they're too chicken shit to put it on the team.
They could have also thrown gymnastics in there. They could have done anything Olympic-wise.
Unlike your Raiders quarterback, he's in the same sentence, you fool. And they will forever be in the same conversation. I know why and I'm kidding around with Darian as we go along. I know why you don't like him, and I know why you don't like Christian McCaffrey. For the chief reason he's on the cover of
Madden 25.
Madden 25 and the Raiders.
Wait, no. We call it Madden 25 Part 2.
Yeah. Because part one
for the 25th anniversary, they were like, let's be an idiot and call the 2014 edition of Madden 25.
Oh, and I was going to say the first part of 25 will be in Santa Clara in week 7.
Are we sure we're going to have enough time for Spivey today?
I've backed him up to Wednesday.
Okay.
Because I had a feeling we were going to be off the hook today, especially since I got baseball at 3:00. And Darian, I'm sorry, I just found this at the last minute. I owe you a big one. Let's see. Raiders in the playoff. This is where I pick on Darian. Raiders in the playoffs.
Stop the cap.
Even I'll say not a chance.
But I do want to get to the draft because that did happen.
Which draft? The NHL?
NHL. We do not need to talk about the NBA.
Stop. Halt. He says, hold the phone. Stop. Penalty flag on the field. I want y'all to read this.
Carried by weapons around him.
Ball. Well, Patrick Mahomes was too, and Patrick Mahomes has 3 Super Bowl titles because of it, you dumbass.
Dude, Brady's got 6 because of New England.
And Montana's got 4 with his weapons carried by the Niners in the 80s. You fool?
You could say the same thing about every quarterback that's won a ring.
Bingo.
You could say that about anybody who's won a ring in a team sport.
Bingo.
Because you could say, Tyreek Hill wouldn't have won a championship without Mahomes. That's true. Mahomes wouldn't have won a championship without Kelsey. That's also true.
Mm-hmm.
Look at any team sport. Every team's got weapons. Every team's got the player that's more utility than anything else. Every single team sport that is a championship-defining sport will have that.
Hamilton wouldn't have won the championship without Timo Glock. Oh, did I say that?
Oh! Ouch!
Did I say that?
Yes. Yes. Tavares, who is your team? Who is your team? Hey, Tavares, I want to know who your team is. And while we do that, we're going to do this also. Since Darian, my good brother, wants to come on to the show and have his say about his Raiders.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no. Now he's in on the fun. Who did Brady have outside of Randy Moss and Gronk? Julian Edelman?
Yeah, but Edelman was slower than a snail.
He fit the slot receiver perfectly.
You could say that about a lot of Boston athletes. Oh, did I say that?
Yep.
What is up with these freaking cannonballs coming at me? Come on now.
Oh yeah. Even Julian Edelman is slower than a cannonball.
Y'all gonna end up making me drink by noon.
You're already drinking, you fool.
Not vodka.
You fool!
You don't need vodka. You got enough caffeine next to you to keep you loaded.
This just makes me normal.
And Tavares does have a point. Mahomes did have a bottom 5 wide receiver core. None of them were good.
And what happened?
But we still have Kelsey.
Thank you. Now, Shane, to your comment before we go to a break on this extended version of So Man in the Morning, you said, this just makes me normal. Yeah. According to your wife and to you and to your baby boy. No, it don't. It makes you you. Trust me, I have 5 children. Find the 5. You have a child. I got 5 of them.
This just makes me normal.
Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you coming and watching us.
You ain't normal.
We've already gone off. We've been off the rails since We've been off the rails since the start.
Just a minute. You do it again. Do it again. I'm gonna cut the hell out of this, but do it again.
This just makes me normal.
Bitch, you ain't normal.
Well, no.
You're about as normal as Mac Jones throwing a touchdown pass.
We'll be back after I get my head off the ground.
You about as normal as Pokey Reese finishing off the American League Championship Series after a 3-0 deficit. You about as normal as Tuukka Rask letting in the game-winning goal from Dave Boland.
You're about as normal as Brad Marchand going for a change on a Petrangelo break-in.
You about it. Wait, you about as normal as Dave Ortiz swinging at a Jose Contreras forkball that's about 5.5 feet out of the zone. And that's just in game 1. I ain't got to tell you what Mark Burnley did to you in game 2 and 3.
Oh, we need a commercial to save me.
We'll be back.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
The quickest way to get search engines like Google to put your business at the top of search results is by having a steady flow of positive reviews. With Power Brand systems, you can show up in search and stand apart from your local competition by easily collecting new customer reviews through text message. But getting found is only the beginning. Most consumers choose the first business that responds to them. Unless you start conversations with potential customers almost instantly, they'll go somewhere else. That's why Power Brand systems make starting conversations with website visitors as easy as clicking a button.
Everything Boston. I love you morons. New Kids on the Block, New Edition.
Dear whatever the law firm is. Sincerely, the U.S. Supreme Court.
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. Go yourself again, Jason Whitlock.
Ready to hang with some fellas who know football? Let's ride. LC Muscles 28.
You You just wrong for playing this.
Ain't nobody
wrong?
calling me, texting me, paging me,
Man.
asking me, are you still there?
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever
I
the
hate
heck?
you so
You're
much.
supposed to know all this stuff.
What is
Anyway, welcome back
wrong
to
with
the show.
you?
Brian,
Is this how we're coming back?
Yes.
Y'all will play that.
What is
that
wrong with you,
back.
dude?
Y'all will do that.
What's
Yeah.
up, Darren?
What is wrong with you?
What's up, Darren?
Darren Hopkins joins us. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? What's going on? I had to come up here because I heard some blasphemous stuff
Like,
comparing Brock Purdy to Patrick Mahomes. I don't see.
oh yes.
Listen, Darren. Listen, Darren. I say this just to make Snowman happy.
I'll solve this. I'll solve this right now.
I'll let you speak, darn it. I'll let you speak. It's my turn. It is my turn to speak. Yes, Darian Hopkins Sports Show has came over and talked about this.
Let me open up my bag of snacks here.
Get your popcorn. Get your popcorn ready. Let me get my water.
I got my Doritos ready, dude.
Wait. Hey, Darren.
I got my Doritos
Darren, I got my water ready for you, okay?
Listen, get it together because, like, listen, let me tell you this, right? If you put Brock Purdy on any other team in this NFL, right? Do he have the same success as he has with the 49ers? Absolutely not.
I was going to answer that question, but you opened your mouth again.
He doesn't. He doesn't. I'm just being real. Like, I don't have nothing against Brock. I think he's a great quarterback, but I think the comparison to Patrick Mahomes is he has to win championships to prove that. That's the number one goal in the NFL as a quarterback, to be comparison to other quarterbacks, right?
I have one question. How old is Brock Purdy?
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
The age does not matter. You have to win in this league to be compared.
And he has.
He's basically he's saying he's still got time.
Comparison to Patrick Mahomes.
That's
and Brock Purdy. What's the comparison?
And you're missing my point. That's why I asked how old Brock Purdy is.
Who cares about age?
I'm throwing you off of this show if you don't answer my question.
I don't care about age. That's why I don't. When it comes to aging,
How old are you?
I don't care.
How old are you? Seriously.
I'm 38. I'm 38.
38. You don't look it.
Hey.
You don't look it.
I'm 30. I just turned 38 in March, man.
Oh.
I'm 38 in September, so I'll be right there with you.
But see, I'm the oldest of the old farts. I'll be 52 in 3 weeks.
You'll be all right, old
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Let's just don't talk about how old I am.
Wait a minute. You don't get the privilege of my wife and calling me old man, okay? Even though y'all doing it. Even though y'all do it anyway.
The OG?
The OG works.
Okay, I take
Now,
I'm not calling you an old man, but I'm sure you were hanging around Methuselah with my dad too, so don't feel too bad.
Now, there.
Methuselah don't like. Listen, Methuselah don't like my crazy ass. All right, let me just be real. If there's two men Methuselah don't like, it's me and it's Pops. They don't like our crazy asses.
And another thing too, y'all talk about.
But you do have a point. I will say this to you, Darren. You do have a point that it's championships or bust in this day and age, and in talking about quarterbacks. And Patrick Mahomes has 3 of the last 4. All right, and until what do I always say? To be the champs, you got to beat the champs, and we haven't beaten the champs.
That's
all
right. But
to
now
beat
we
the champs, you got to beat. To be the champs, you got to beat the champs. This year, we're going to beat the champs. I'm calling it right now.
I seen when it comes to receivers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Brock Purdy does have a good set of receivers.
And y'all don't?
And the 49ers always had good set of receivers, no matter who the quarterback was. Going all the way back to Kaepernick.
Now, wait a minute.
For real.
You cannot say that even though we had Jerry Rice, even though we had John Taylor, even though we had Brent Jones, Michael Crabtree.
Exactly. But look at the names that Patrick Mahomes had.
I'll name a few. He had McCole Hardman wearing the number 12 instead of the 17.
He had DeMarcus Robinson. He had Sammy Watkins, Chris Conley. The best receiver on this list that I see right now is Tyreek Hill. Who the hell is Marcus? They had McCole Hardman. They had Josh Gordon, Juju Smith-Schuster, Marquette Dallas.
Let me say this.
None of those guys are number one receivers outside of Tyreek Hill.
But here's the point, and I borrow from the late great Keith Jackson. There's one thing in common with those receivers, and they can all run. Look at the basis of the Chiefs' offense. They run.
But are they
as far as that's for you? They run. Huh?
Well, yeah, that is true. Because if you look at our past running back,
look at who's throwing to him. That's why they're top 10 receivers. Who's throwing to him?
You're just making my point even better.
I know. That's why I made it.
That wide receiver he's just that good.
Yes, he is. I never said otherwise.
Same thing for Tom Brady.
We're a run first. We are a run first offense. I will say that, and that's mainly because in the last few years we've had nothing but star running backs.
Yeah, run downfield for 30 yards, and I'm giving a lot of love to the Chiefs offense because Andy Reid can draw plays in the dirt and it worked for 30-yard gains.
Yeah, and then you got Isaiah Pacheco running like he Marshawn Lynch. All right, so
right.
So the reason we're a run first offense is because we got Pacheco like he Lynch.
The 49ers always had good or great running backs. It's nothing new there. The 49ers as an organization, it was always good players, always great players coming out of the San Francisco 49ers. Never failed. Every year you've seen a great running back or great receiver, a great tight end, and you had a great quarterback. Or you have a quarterback that had weapons around them. With the 49ers.
Yeah.
And always a great defense.
Yep.
Always a well-balanced team with the 49ers.
Mm-hmm. So I'm not arguing to the contrary.
With that being said, it doesn't. And listen, put me at running back for the 49ers, and we still go to the Super Bowl because of the philosophy of the 49ers offense.
Yeah, I hate to inform you of this, Darian, and I love you dearly, but we trust McCaffrey more than we trust you, or than they would trust me.
Put me down. You're bugging. I used to play fullback and running back for 10 plus years. Trust and believe. Put me between the 10 and the goal line. I'm giving you a touchdown, and that's a guarantee.
Darian, as much as I love picking on you, I'm gonna pick on you a little more. You ain't Tom Rathman, or in today's.
Jerome Bettis?
Oh, I know who Jerome Bettis is.
Run like. And I'm definitely getting in the end zone.
I trust Jerome Bettis. I just don't trust you.
Listen, I was that dude.
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Now, just because you're standing in the end zone, don't mean you got the ball in the end zone.
Here come the hater.
Wait. Just a minute. Just a minute. Darian, I love you, but you ain't Tom Rathman. You ain't Daryl Moose Johnston.
Okay.
And you sure as hell ain't Kyle Juszczyk. Tiptoe you, if you remember the NFC Championship game, Tiptoe Juszczyk.
Kyle Juszczyk. Listen, I'm not going to get into him.
It's about time I had the heat taken off of me.
If you want to go back, we could go fullback for fullback in when it comes to Raiders and 49ers.
The other problem is the Patriots never had a fullback in their history.
No, I'm talking about 49ers and Raiders. I mean,
I know.
Now you're coming after me.
Wait a minute. I know we can go fullback for fullback. I'm just picking on Shane for a couple of seconds while I have the opportunity.
Just when the heat was off of me, here comes another cannonball across the front end.
The Raiders do have a good running back.
Let me throw Darian a little.
Let me knew how to catch.
Let me throw D Hop a little love here because D Hop and I go toe for toe every time we're on the air, and by the end of the show, we're both in such a fit of laughter after picking on each other. But that's the beauty of what we do. Okay, because Shane could have it so good for an hour and 55 minutes. And in the last 5 minutes, we'll find a reason to pick at him.
And yeah, I'm just sitting over here with my good team, feeling good.
But the point, the fun in this is, especially when I do a show even doing my morning show or teaming up with Shane, Victor, and Droid, or teaming up with Darian. Listen, one day Darian said to me, "Look, you got to be serious when you come on the show with me." Okay. So do I do 5 minutes into the show? I see him with the Raider stuff on, and I zoom in and go after it. And Darian's just that look right there. That look right there. He just goes, "Look, Snowman, I'm not starting with you. Ain't starting with me today." And I said, "I didn't say anything." And then Darian just does this. Darian just throws
I know when he's about to troll. I know exactly when he's about to troll.
You mean that look I've had about 6 or 7 times today already?
Only 7?
I'm being want to talk about the Madden cover over and over and over again. It's fine.
Wait a minute. But see, Darian, the problem is you put that joke out there the first time. I just ran with it.
No, I put it out because I wanted to make sure that the people peeped.
I know. And you said, but I love the way you set it up when you said, "I know you peeped that." And I'm trying so hard not to laugh at Darian's expression. I'm sitting here, and Darian is like 2 seconds from going off about that cover. And I'm sitting here with a straight face, and I know why. And I know why. I saw the making of the cover.
The Raiders has been through.
Yeah,
the last
I know.
years.
Listen, I know. Trust me. From Los Angeles back to Oakland and now to Vegas. Listen, I know the troubled history of the Raiders.
The troubled history with the index card, the tough rule. Like, come on. Like, what else do like
from 2001 with the tough rule?
I have nothing against you, Shane, but that was a fumble.
It was.
I'm not the one that made the rule.
Yes, you are.
And didn't Brady admit it was a fumble later?
It was a rule that was repealed a year later.
And you know what's funny?
A year later.
The tuck rule ever again.
Ever again.
Do I look like Roger Goodell? I'm not the one that made that rule.
No, but you assisted in it.
Didn't even make that rule. He wasn't even around at the time.
Listen, Roger Goodell couldn't have made that rule. Shane did, but Roger Goodell couldn't have made that rule. And you wonder why I pick on you so much, Darian.
Now the monkey's off my back. It's on yours now, Shane. I'm sorry.
Dude, it's been on my back all damn show. Shut up about that.
Hey, y'all. I've been just sitting back here, getting my lunch, eating my popcorn, enjoying the show.
I'm the one that's been taking on damn cannonballs all show. Come on here.
Well, here's the thing, Shane. I haven't been on this show long enough to be thrown any cannonballs my way.
Not yet, but give me a couple of days. I'll think of a couple.
Oh, I'll give you one. 2016 against the Islanders, double overtime. That was an all-time low for me and my father.
The only team I can't throw a cannonball at Droid against is the Chiefs. That's the only team I can't throw a cannonball against.
Yeah, you got the Royals, the Bucks, and the Panthers.
I can't do it for the Royals because the Royals staff made me feel so welcome when my wife and I went to Kansas City last year, and she surprised me with a tour of Kauffman Stadium.
Now, what about the Bucks?
What about them?
Because they're my NBA team. Remember that.
Who?
Oh, the Milwaukee Bucks.
Who?
The recent Northern champions.
Who?
The 2021. Or is that 20? No, that would had to be 21.
What's the sound I'm looking for?
Man, I have such a bad memory. I forget when my teams win a championship. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Well, that's your fault for liking them. Okay, let me close with this. I do something to Darian now it's become like a tradition
You
for me
better
to
not
do.
do it, Snowman. You bet.
What do you know?
happen,
What do you know what I'm gonna do?
What
I
are you
mean,
talking about? He innocent.
I am not innocent by any means. I have children. I am happily married with children and grandchildren. I will never claim to be innocent.
Do nothing.
Look, I can't even say that around my kids. I can't even say that around my daughters. My sweet daughters. There's no way I can say I'm not going to do anything without them giving me a look of what?
Oh, this is going to be a long Monday.
I can't do it. There's just no way I can't do it. And even if I try to tell them I'm innocent, they'll go,
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Gotta love Gene Wilder.
You know, if there's one thing that my kids won't tell me, because I don't do it at all, it's
stay off the weed.
Nah, I'm good.
No, I will say that my sweet little daughter Cheyenne did say that to me while we were taping an episode of her podcast, and I'm sitting there laughing my head off already. And it's got so bad that we have to retape it because I was laughing the entire time. But
I can't.
Oh, sure you can. But we will depart with this, and I'm going to leave on good terms with Darian. Okay? Now, why are you looking at me like that, sir?
Because you give me that same laugh when who did I go off on? What episode was that who I went off on? Oh man, I was going off.
You were going off on somebody. Yeah, you were going off on somebody, and I'm sitting here dying laughing. And Darian's like,
out of my mind.
Darian said, look, you shouldn't be laughing like that. And before I could say why not, Darian's laughing.
All types of blue hell.
Exactly. I haven't thrown that at him yet, but I will on Wednesday. But I know what I know what I did. Who was the last Conn Smythe Trophy winner to come out of Boston? Here's 30 seconds to think about it. This is what I did to Darian.
I just can't put my tongue on it.
I'm definitely not answering this question. I hate this for him right here.
I just can't. I can't put my tongue on it.
This is freaking ridiculous, man.
What? What is?
That goes crazy. That goes insane. It does.
Why? Why?
It goes insane because you would play that like I
You
know
didn't
who the
expect
heck
it
won
the
it.
first time I played it on your show. You didn't expect it.
Drive me insane when you play it on my show.
Why? Because it reminds you of your mom. I think it was your mom who told me who that watches Jeopardy a lot.
Yes.
Not you in it.
Yes. Every chance she gets, she try to watch it at least 3 times a day. Even if the reruns was on.
Oh, Lord. Let's get the hell out of here.
I leave y'all with this. When I was staying at my in-laws, there was one evening where I didn't feel good at all, but I also realized I didn't take my insulin, and I know my wife was fixing dinner. But before she could get home, I had to get downstairs to the kitchen and get my insulin that's in the refrigerator. And I get downstairs, I get to the kitchen, and I'm about to take my insulin, and my mother-in-law is watching Wheel of Fortune. And now, keep 2 things in mind. First of all, I did not look at the television, which leads to point 2, I did not see the bonus puzzle. The only thing I heard was food and drink was the category of the bonus puzzle. And I was so out of it. I was just like dead tired. I was dead to the world. And I put my head on the kitchen counter. I took my insulin, and my mother-in-law said, "Okay, Brian, solve the puzzle." And I looked up, and my eyes were blurry. My vision was blurry. And some reason I saw 2 letters, and I said, "Oh yeah, frozen yogurt." And I put my head back down. That just happened to be the solution to the puzzle.
I love stories like that.
Frozen yogurt happened to be the solution to the puzzle. And I sat there for a good 10 minutes. And I look up, and my mother-in-law is just glaring at me. Like, "Mom, what's wrong?" "How did you know that?" "I don't know what." And I look at the television. "Oh, that." Then my wife comes in.
Oh, go ahead.
And she talks to my mother-in-law, and Jody says, "What happened?" Mom looks at her and goes, "He solved this puzzle without looking at it." "Mom, I promised you, I didn't see the letters." "Then how'd you know it was frozen yogurt?" "I love frozen yogurt."
Crazy. Insane.
Yep.
Listen, when my mother-in-law and my wife watch Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune, they just expect me to come up with answers.
And don't you come up with answers 90% of the time?
95, but who's counting?
I was close.
Good point exactly.
And my wife to this day, looks at me and goes, "I don't know how you do this." Like, "Baby, I don't know either." And she glares at me just as much as Darian glares at me when I said I don't know either. just about as Tuukka Rask did in Surprise when Dave Bolin beat him.
Oh my goodness.
Bye, y'all. God bless. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bronny, you suck.